And joining us right now, somebody who wants to do very well in both of them is Senator Barack Obama. He joins us from Evansville, Indiana. Good morning to you, Senator.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine. When do you sleep? I saw you in Letterman say, I haven't slept since October. I know you were up late last night. When do you sleep?
You know, one thing that you learn on a presidential campaign, to sleep anywhere. I mean, you name it. I can sleep on cars, planes, trains, standing up. You name it, I can close my eyes and I'm out like a light.
All right. Well, there's a CNN interview coming up shortly. You can snooze during that one, Brian.
Right. Hey, Senator, it's good to see you out of the sweats. I know you've been playing a lot of basketball lately. One of your strategies is to have smaller venues. Less is more.
Right.
Why leave the big arenas? Why go to the smaller venues? How does that work for you?
Well, you know what was happening, I think, was we were attracting such wonderful crowds, and that obviously makes you feel good. But I wasn't getting enough time just listening to people and finding out what was going on in their lives at that particular moment. And I've always been best when I can hear stories of what families are going through, and then weave those into the campaigning that I'm doing. Because if I'm doing my job, I'm speaking for and advocating for the families that I meet. And right now, people are anxious. People are concerned about gas prices. They're concerned about making sure they can save money for their kids' college education or their own retirement. These events that we've been having over the last couple of months have really helped to tell that story in a powerful way.
Senator, there's a brand new USA Today Gallup poll out today, and it shows some bad news for your campaign. It says that you've been significantly damaged by your connection to Reverend Wright. I know you've distanced yourself from him, but for those, I think something like 1/3 of those who responded said that they would be less likely to vote for you because of that. What's your message to those people?
Well, just keep in mind there was another poll, CBS, New York Times poll, that said that people had put this behind them and that we were doing well. So I don't spend a lot of time worrying about polls. And then what I've said to the American people over the last several weeks is that Reverend Wright doesn't speak for me. I find what he said appalling, and that our campaign has consistently been about bringing the American people together to get things done. And that's what people are looking for right now. I mean, the real debate that's happening in Indiana and North Carolina at the moment between myself and Senator Clinton has to do with gas prices. And how are we dealing with this issue that's really pressing on a lot of families? And what I've said is it's not honest to say that we're going to suspend the gas tax for 3 months, at best providing 30 cents a day for a grand total of $28, instead of being straight with people, putting in place a serious tax stimulus that would give people a real break, as I've proposed, and putting in place permanent tax relief next year that'll save families as much as $1,000 a year, even while we're investing in alternative energy and investing in making sure that we've got more fuel-efficient cars. Those are the kinds of things that people are really paying attention to, because it may make a difference, at the end of the month, whether or not they're able to buy groceries.
Senator, let's go to the international forum now, if we could, and talk about Iran. To put it simply, Senator Hillary Clinton says Iran should know if they bomb Israel or attack Israel, we'll obliterate them. You disagree with that. Does that mean Barack Obama, if he was president, would not obliterate Iran if they attacked Israel?
No, that's not what I said. I never disagreed with the idea that if Iran attacked Israel, that we would consider that attack on us. I was absolutely clear about that, and that we have to act forcefully. What I did say is that Senator Clinton, during the summer, gave folks lectures about how you shouldn't engage in hypotheticals, and we should be careful about what we say when we're presidential candidates. This was a long discussion on her part about not talking about how we would use our nuclear arsenal. And then a few days before an election, she comes out and says we would obliterate Iran. And now you've got an international incident that's being discussed in the UN. So, I think it's an example of her not following her advice, depending on what she thinks might be helpful before an election. My attitude is we shouldn't allow Iran to get a nuclear weapon in the first place, and that's going to be my priority. We have to pursue, in part, through direct talks, making sure that they stand down on that issue.
Hey, Senator, before you go, I'm sure you saw Hillary Clinton last week on the Bill O'Reilly factor. Are you going to be going on that show?
You know, we're looking forward to it. We're going to see if we can fit it in.
All right, very good. Senator Barack Obama joining us today from Indiana. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Hillary Clinton is coming up next. She'll be live as well.